All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants, doing a draft film breakdown for the New York Giants draft class brought to you by SeatGeek, and we're looking at the Giants' second-round pick, Kentucky wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson. Obviously, the Giants traded back twice to pick this guy up, and it's a very interesting pick with this guy's skill set. Obviously, he's smaller, 5'8", 178 pounds, ran a 4.44 40. You had the Wendy's 40, the 4.44. A gadget player. Now, he's not only a gadget player, but he has like a gadget skill set. He transferred from Nebraska, and they used him as a running back and a wide receiver. And he's like, oh, well, he's not just a gadget player. Well, he had 34% of his targets at the line of scrimmage or behind it, which was the most of this draft class. Now, they use him deep downfield, and we're going to break down exactly what his game is. But he has things to improve on total route running. His cuts are really good, and he sets guys up with leverage into his cut. He has that speed that tests you deep, and that sets up stuff. Speed kills. They're going to try and get this guy in space and allow him to break tackles because he can cut, he can make guys miss at a really good level, and that's going to translate into the NFL. We're going to go through kind of his best route game. He has a limited route tree. We're not going to go through a full route tree with Wan'Dale Robinson. They didn't ask him to do a whole ton. So we're going to get into it. First, like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. We're going to have check out the playlist. We're going to break down every single player that the New York Giants draft. So at the time of this video, we have Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau out, and then we're going to have everybody else out. So appreciate you guys if you would like and subscribe. So let's get into Wan'Dale Robinson, the guy who had 1,300 yards and 104 catches for the Kentucky Wildcats. So the first thing I want to go through is what his best route is, and that's the slot fade. And if you remember, this is something that Daniel Jones and Golden Tate actually performed pretty well. So obviously he's down here in the slot. And produces a big play. Now they got to respect his speed, respect his ability to cut, get him at the step. You see he gives him a little stutter, and then, you got birds on the fence with these guys, and bam, bam, go. He's able to separate against that man coverage. You see all that space, that speed he has. He doesn't have the greatest speed for a wide receiver his size, but it definitely is good and able to produce a big play. Catches it right in the breadbasket, slot fade. Let's go through it again. Now we're on the left side versus Missouri. We got a little tighter man coverage. That's really good separation right there. Set it up. Give the stutter step for the release. Get out. Get no hands on you, and go. And you see that speed. And that is something that Daniel Jones and Golden Tate did really well. They really connected on that. Makes a good catch. Nice big play for the Kentucky Wildcats. And it sets it up for other things. We're going to talk about how he works the deep game and then how that sets up for double moves. I think double moves is where he's his best. But again, here we got the slot fade. You got the corner playing way off. It looks like it's more like a wheel than necessarily a slot fade. But again, they're respecting it. This is a post-wheel route. But instead of getting into that, you get this guy bailing. Bam, pop it out for an out route. Bam. Wide open. They've got to respect him deep. So he's a constant deep threat. And again, for me, he's like an all-or-nothing type receiver in the way they used him. They either use him 20-plus yards down the field or they use him at the line of scrimmage. They didn't use him in the every down-in, down-out route tree. Next thing we're going to go through is his deep ability. Got him lined up here. I mean, it's just speed kills. There's nothing crazy for me to break down on this. He's playing outside leverage. Get a nice clean release. Right arm ripped through. You've got that space. Sell vertical. Sell vertical with this safety. This safety's playing down here with this. And split these safeties. Split these safeties. Again, you get this safety playing up enough because he's worried about over here. And this is good. I think this is good play design too. And Levis puts a good ball on him. But again, this is a big play with that speed. We're going 50 yards. You can get that inside leverage. Sell deep to get this safety instead of get him crossing over. He doesn't get deep. Big play. Next play. And they're playing that single high look. Now, his QB gets him murdered on this. Don't put touch on this. Put it on him. Again, with that play action, they all play up. And again, this is some route design stuff. This is more a guy getting lost, but you see the speed. Just gets murked. Doesn't end up catching the ball. Gets murked. Honestly, you shouldn't be able to do that. Now, he does have his fair share of drops. And I think we went through one earlier, and I didn't make note of it on that wheel out. You know, he has some really nice catches, but he has his fair share of drops. Here, versus, you know, a safety, Lewis Sign, who's a first-round pick. Good job selling vertical. Now, here's where I think he needs to get better is watch how he veers inside on this. He gives the route away. So I said good job selling vertical. I was wrong on that. I'm thinking of another play that we're going to go through. He gives it away. See how his hips are open? He knows where we're going. You want to sell this more vertical, whether it's trying to, you know, act like you're getting outside leverage, you know, just staying straight. Because he gets separation, but he could have a lot more separation on this. And this is a good throw. I mean, this has to be a catch. He has his fair share of drops. Now, a lot of times he's contorting his body and he's getting hit, and he does contort really well in the air. But he has some great catches, but he has his fair share of bad drops as well. Again, just the speed. This is stuff. Mike Kafka's the Giants offensive coordinator now from Kansas City. This is the type of stuff that Kansas City runs. Now the Giants have 2 tackles to protect this up and be able to throw this type of stuff. I mean, look how far we're selling vertical. We're starting at the 44-yard line. He's selling vertical for 20 yards. And he's got that speed where they have to respect it. So where you're doubling him, you've got his hips open. When you're playing bail from this point, you've got your hips open facing this way. Bam, break it in. Break it in, you got all this green grass. All this green grass. And this ends up being a bad throw. We'll see it from the other angle. But this should be a win. Put this ball either right here, put it over here, let your guy adjust to it. Just don't put it anywhere where he did. That's a bad throw. But this is a play where it's not a catch. It's not a big play for Wan'Dale Robinson, but it should be. Here versus Tennessee. Again, here's something he needs to get better at because this could be a big play. And he still gets some separation. But watch as he veers inside. That allows him to get his hips where they're going, break on the ball, make a play on the ball. The ball's thrown behind him. Sell this vertically. Or sell this as you're trying to get outside leverage. Either keep his hips square, get his hips open out towards the sideline, and you're going to get a lot more separation on that. So that's something that is definitely coachable that he can fix to get that NFL separation. We'll see it from the other angle. But he could just get more separation on that. I think I have the other angle of that. I don't. But I should have put the other angle of this, but he does really contort his body well. He's able to do it at full speed. Not able to make that catch. It gets broken up by the Tennessee player, but he's able to contort his body well. But again, we're just understanding and working leverage better, which is not the most complex stuff. He transfers from Nebraska, where, they played him at running back, so I'm sure they didn't teach him the route tree. Kentucky, I like their offense, but I'm sure I don't know. I don't know how well they're coaching receivers. So this is something that the Giants really need to, with Mike Groh, their wide receiver coach, need to instill in him working leverage, because he has that ability to be a huge, huge threat. When the NFL, the details matter. This next rep, what do we got? Okay, I think this is where you sell deep. Okay, yeah, this is it. So when they respect you, you're selling deep. You've got this corner playing off coverage. He's backpedaling. He's got to play deep. He's got to play his responsibility. You've got this cushion. They're gonna stop you from getting deep. Well, now we start game planning for their game plan. Bam! Stop right on it. Wide open in the middle field. And his ability to get deep, to burn players. He's not the fastest guy where he's just a straight burner, but he's got that speed. He's got the quickness. He's a threat to where you have to respect it, and it leads to nice, easy chunk plays like this. It makes the guy miss. We'll talk about how he makes guys miss with carries, using the smoke screen game. Same thing. Other side. Looks like we're going to get a crosser right through here. The safety's got to get back. He's opening his hips. He's bailing. They're thinking that this ball's going to be thrown right here. Bam! Stop on a dime. Make the catch. Big chunk play. How many yards are we getting on this? We're getting a nice 18-yard chunk play. So just simple stuff like that. Again, this isn't the most advanced stuff, but this is the type of talent that Wan'Dale Robinson will be for the New York Giants. Let's go. I'm going to go through some double moves that he does, and this is where he's his deadliest because he's able to cut extremely quickly. We're going to run an out and up route. Selling out like a speed out. A speed out is the most regular route tree route that he runs. We're going to actually go through that after that, but now he can make this a little sharper. This safety is bailing with the tight end. He's got to play the seams. Bam. I mean, watch how quick he's able to cut that upfield. Bam. You've got him bailing, trying to get an undercut on an out route. He's got his eyes on him. He's thinking he's going to get a pick. Maybe get it, take it back to the house. Bam. Pop it out. Make a tough catch. Again, look at the ability to jump, contort the body. Makes a really nice, tough catch. Here. Stick. Out. Or, this looks like it's a stick. Nice stick and nod. Watch. Bam. Get to the seams. Able to contort that body. So he can, he's not just a get the ball in space type of guy. He can go up and make those catches. Again, he has his fair share of drops on those plays, but he has that ability. Here, watch. Sell the corner route. You get his feet out here. Nice tight throw. Tough catch. See it from the other angle. I mean, just, not the craziest stuff in the world, but simple stuff that he can do. Now, this is where he was used a ton. Again, he had 34% of his receptions were at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, which led this class in that percentage. Like, he's a leading class in this class, and that's how he was kind of used as a gadget player. And it makes sense when you watch him do some really special stuff. And he catches this ball here, obviously. Sell outside. Bam. Now, We've been spoiled by Kadarius Toney, who could does this in the best league. He can't do this type of stuff like Kadarius does. But really, there's very few human beings in the entire world that can do stuff like this like Kadarius. I put this one's nothing special, but I did put it in here because it ends up turning in the 6. You motion him in, get him the ball quick, get upfield. Nothing special, but it ended up 6, so I put it in there. Again, these smoke screens, they're going to play off coverage. They're going to, put these linebackers in the box. Makes a guy miss. Makes another guy miss. We'll see it from the other angle. Bam. He does a good job selling, using leverage and selling it like he's getting upfield right here. Again, right here, smoke screen, simple. Use that speed. Look at all this green grass in front of you. Second and short. They want to play off. Bam. You just pin this guy right here. He's not going to – these guys, if they're split, they're not going to be able to keep up with Wan'Dale Robinson. And they're not going to be able to do it at the NFL level either. You'll see a play version of Kobe Dean he has. Okay, so this is a speed out. This is the most basic route that he does consistently, but I still think it needs work with some route sell and work and leverage. Like on this one, he doesn't get the ball here, and he is open. Like this ball should be out here. But you see, we're lined up right here. At the break of the route, you're already on the hashes. Sell this more vertically versus Alontae Taylor. And Alontae Taylor's a really good corner. Sell that vertically. Does a good job coming back to the ball on it. See where we're lined up. You're telling him where you're going. He's able to break there with you. Now you've got the speed to win anyways. But just sell that. Try and get his hips open. It's simple stuff like that Wandale can get better at. Makes a tough catch. Now let's go through. This is what people are going to love. Manufactured carries, not just manufactured catches, manufactured carries. It's simple. Like, I don't need to break this down for you. Just watch. Motion, handoff. You get everyone flowing. I mean, watch how he set this up. You've got this guy flowing, trying to stop him from getting the big play. Bam. Use that stuff in your route running. Use that leverage in your route running. You're veering out, bam. Cut, go, 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 go. Now, again, he doesn't have the greatest long speed in the world. Gets caught. But we just ran a simple play, and we are going from the 27 to bam. How many yards are we getting? 63-yard play. Use them on a reverse. This is the seal of the game, too. You got a team that's selling out for the run. Bam. Toss it to Wandale. Slide. Keep the clock running. You see the speed. Here, another reverse. That's Kobe Dean. He's a hell of a linebacker, even though he fell due to injuries. Well, he had some freaking insane injuries. He's got that speed. He's got that ability to cut. You get Dean overflowing, he's up here. Beat him to the corner, first down. Now, I took a couple plays from Nebraska because Nebraska actually gave him like some regular handoffs. Again, some inside zone. You You get early penetration, the speed. I mean, he's going to make you miss. Get that ball down to the 2-yard line. Put him in the outside. He's got the speed where you leave this guy unblocked. You get yourself an extra blocker. See the speed show off. So, Wan'Dale Robinson, he's an exciting player. I think myself and a lot of people probably wouldn't have picked him at the pick that the Giants did, but it's going to be interesting to see how Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka, their vision. It does excite you for their vision because Kadarius Toney is type of similar player. Kadarius Toney, I think, is better in essentially every facet of his game. But Kadarius Toney is a first-round player, and he's a very, very special talent. But it's going to be interesting to see how they use these guys. So, again, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We got the podcast, the film breakdowns, the live streams. If you're watching this early, join us for our Day 3 live stream. We've got everything you need if you're a New York Giants fan. So we appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Check out the playlist. We got all the film breakdowns. Until then, let's go Big Blue.